Deeds.
Nelson.
Wow, undercover does not agree with you. You look like hell.
You had better days yourself, babe.
Thanks. So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I heard you're in the crazy business.
Yeah, you know, if I wanted to be insulted before my first coffee, I would have continued working with Salucci.
I gave it to you because I may need your help with a homicide.
You're a cop. You know how to work a case.
This one's a little different.
Why? Who died?
Me.
Okay, why don't we start at your place?
I went to my apartment first. Everything's just like I left it. No sign of a break-in.
No sign of your body?
Sounds worse when you actually say it.
Hey, what do you mean apartment? Didn't you have a house in the beaches?
Divorce cleaned me out.
You blew another marriage?
We're trying to find my lifeless body, and you're busting my balls with my marital problems.
One divorce is a problem. 4 is a one-man catastrophe zone.
About the death thing?
Right. Sorry.
I mean, I've been living on the edge a long time. Dying I can handle. The question is, why am I a ghost? You see that? You see that? If I can't pick something up, how come I can sit down?
Well, my guess is that if you think about it too much, you can't do it. But when you're not trying so hard, you can.
You see? Maybe I came to the right place after all.
All right. So where else? Where else could your body be?
I've been working undercover, riding with the bike gang. Chances are we're not talking about a tight little aneurysm here.
Okay, who was your supervisor?
Fry. Remember him?
Yep. All right. When was your last check-in?
I talked to Fry. Can't remember. I mean, I probably report to the guy every day, but...
Maybe it's some trauma related to the death. That's why you can't remember. Remember what? What death? Great, this is Paul Deeds. We used to work together. Is Paul invisible? No, he's a ghost.
You don't have to whisper, Nelson. I know I'm a ghost.
I can't believe it. He's right there. I mean, he passes through doorways. He can't pick anything up.
I can give her a try.
I mean, I can't believe there's a ghost in the room and you're the one who gets to see him.
Red thong.
Are you wearing a red thong?
Cool. And observant.
Classy. I would have gone to Paul's supervisor myself, but, you know, he's never going to be straight with me.
Oh, I know. Undercover's so unfair. They won't tell civilians anything.
Ah, yes, but you, distinguished officer of the law, you could ask him.
And why the sudden interest in Paul Deeds?
He's a client. Sort of.
Oh, well, there's a whole world of intrigue in that, sort of.
I don't even know why I hesitate anymore. He's a ghost.
A ghost.
Ghost.
So did he just come rattling his chains to you, moaning that he had a case?
No, no chains, just leather and denim. But essentially, yeah, that's it.
All right, look. If he's a ghost, then that means that he's dead. And if he's dead, then there will be 100 cops all over this case.
Well, you see, that's where he has a problem. There's no body. I mean, not yet.
Paul Dirty Deeds. Make the bust no matter what.
Yeah, he sure closed a lot of cases.
Yeah, he just didn't care how he made that close. You gotta figure that has something to do with why he's dead.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that I never trusted the guy.
What, so then it doesn't matter that somebody offed a cop?
No, I'm just saying even then he probably had some kind of angle. He's not here now, is he?
No. Oh, apparently I'm the only person who can see him.
Of course you are.
So you gonna ask Fry or what?
Yeah, but I think I'll skip the ghost part.
Good call.
Okay.
Stripes and checks. It's interesting.
Bye.
Very little experience with ghosts, and this one I don't see.
Oh.
The hell is this?
Ah. He's in your bedroom.
What's he doing there?
Cops have a natural curiosity.
Remind him that curiosity killed the cat.
Right. Hey, Paul, you want to get out of there? My friend may have some skeletons in his closet.
Whoa. Tell me about it.
Do you see him now?
I'm glad I don't. What does he remember of his demise?
Nothing much so far.
So you have a dead client who doesn't know how he died. Vicky, I don't like this.
Is there, just hit me. You guys...
No.
Oh, so you and Mike are still getting it.
No.
Then maybe I got a shot.
Do you remember anything or not?
Becky.
Standard.
Oh, he says he was at the Standard. It's a biker bar. It's kind of
I know it. I don't always hunt in the opera circuit. One has to vary one's diet.
Everybody enjoys a little fast food now and again.
Girl.
He says that he was there, he met a girl, didn't know her previously.
How do you know he is who he says he is?
Look, I know him. Okay, and no one is going to investigate his death without a body.
How did he get to you?
Same reason as everything else gets to me these days. Apparently I'm a ghost beacon, too.
Detective Deeds has been riding undercover with the Wolverines for over 2 years as Paul Kabir. His cover has him as an ex-con with experience in international drug shipments.
Wolverines have had a run of tough luck lately, haven't they? One of their members was killed recently, right?
And a drug shipment stolen and a clubhouse firebombed.
Well, if they're feeling targeted, that's just going to make them even more dangerous.
There's a lot of pressure on organized crimes to use Deeds intel soon to make a trafficking case.
What, just trafficking?
It's all I'm supposed to know. And it is certainly all I'm telling you without more information.
At this point, I don't have much. I just got a tip that Deeds might be in a little trouble. You do realize they made us out for cops the moment we walked in here, right?
So, means they're paying attention to the cops on the outside and not the one on the inside. Works for everyone. You worked under Deeds.
Yeah, good cop. Lousy person.
Yeah, he was a good cop.
Was?
Is. Maybe was. Internal Affairs is taking a look at him.
They think he's bent?
I'm telling you this because I trust you, Salucci, but it goes no further than this table. Not your partner, not your shrink, nobody.
Understood.
In the last couple of months, he hasn't produced anything we can use. We were counting on intel to put a lot of Wolverines away. There is some concern that he might be a little crooked.
Oh, that's like being a little pregnant, isn't it?
I guess we'll know soon enough. When you called, I wondered if you might know something.
Oh, it doesn't fit with the general picture I have. I just spoke with an outside source that said, said that Deeds might be in a little trouble.
He knows how to play the part.
Yeah. Yeah, the question is, who's he playing it for?
If you ever want to be convinced about the one world concept, every culture's got vampires, ghosts, body snatchers, werewolves. We're all afraid of the same things. In most countries, ghosts remain behind because of unfinished business or dissatisfaction. If Paul was murdered, I suppose that meets both requirements, right? You're a vampire reading about vampirism.
Like you've never read a self-help book?
What are you looking for?
This situation reminds me of a myth I heard.
Uh-huh.
Early vampires would visit the living. At first, they'd seem benign, but then they would strip a person's life force.
Paul came to Vicky for help.
Not knowing how or when he died, not knowing where his body is, dragging Vicky into who knows what kind of situation.
You don't think he is who he says he is?
Ever since Vicky and I met, supernatural things have been drawn to her, where this very well could be the ghost of Paul Deeds. But it also might be something very different.
Astaroth?
Or something he sent to do his dirty work. If you'd excuse me.
You take all the fun out of supernatural sometimes.
You rang? Paul?
Oh, Vicky. You're a sight for sore eyes.
What are you doing here?
Serpico.
Giving organized crime an assist with Wolverine murder, I thought that Paul here might be able to help.
Threw me over the car, cuffed me. Thought he was gonna take me down Cherry Beach and beat me.
Well, we had to make it look good, didn't we?
You look yummy.
You don't. You're burning up.
That's because I'm lovesick. Only spent a dirty weekend in the Bahamas together, baby.
Yeah, you bring me back that snowball from hell and we'll talk.
Same old Vicky.
Same old Paul. Are you sure you're okay?
What? Why the sudden concern with my health?
I don't know. Does the cow know it's missing that?
You want a bite?
No, thanks.
Little red meat never hurt anybody. I like the swill they call coffee around here, but I love it. Love it.
Hey, the Paul I met, he couldn't pick up a sandwich, let alone hug me.
Yeah, mostly what I noticed was Paul walking around.
That fever, did you feel that?
Vicky, the man is alive.
Yeah, apparently so. Did you find out what he was up to?
Is up to.
All right, what's a verb tense between friends?
Okay, look, you know how I'm supposed to trust you on this whole Paul is dead thing? Well, I'm following up on something, and if and when it pans out, I'll let you know.
Will you call me later?
Yeah.
Ew.
I hear Vicky's walking on the wild side. You know, werewolf ate my baby, vampire killed my boyfriend, that sort of thing.
We're not really that close. So, the Spanky Edwards murder. Who do the Wolverines think did it?
I don't remember.
Take a closer look.
My eyesight's not so good.
He may have met a woman.
Lucky man.
Tell me if you saw him 2 nights ago.
Yeah. This guy? He was here when that girl came in. Seemed like the sort who knew what she was looking for.
Just happened to be him.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think they knew each other.
What happened?
Started talking, led to dancing, close. Next time I looked back, they were disappearing into the washroom. I was just hoping they remembered to lock the door. A few minutes later, the guy comes out, books out the door.
And the girl?
She came back in here. We sat right there. Seemed kind of funny. I figured maybe she was stoned. And she just keeled over.
Fainted.
Died.
You busy? I had a pretty interesting conversation with Paul Deeds.
I heard. Bringing him in was not a good idea.
He's a Wolverine. We talked about the Wolverine murder. I don't think he suspects anything deeper to it.
Maybe. So, what was so interesting?
I asked him who he thought was targeting the Wolverines. He likes the only ones for it.
Yeah, could be. They're ambitious.
OC has a detective inside the only ones. He said they didn't do it.
Maybe Deeds isn't as good at his job as he thinks he is. Or maybe he's got reasons of his own to hide information.
Or maybe Deeds isn't stealing from the Wolverines. Maybe he's selling them out.
To who?
I don't know. Maybe another gang, maybe another agency. I think it's worth following up on.
Give it another day.
Yeah, you got it.
You telling me I'm not dead?
No, I'm telling you that your body is still walking around. I don't know, might be some kind of demonic possession. No, your spirit's been ousted to make room for something else.
Like some kind of spiritual squatter?
I don't know, Korean's at some underground library researching it right now. It's just a sudden penchant for red meat isn't much of a clue.
You guys killing my health regime.
You're taking this awfully well.
You figure out how I can hit something. And I will.
Well, your body is still hanging out with the Wolverines, so that kind of rules them out as suspects. Who else would want you dead?
Seriously dead or just a little dead?
2 lists? What is wrong with you?
You don't take on undercover to make friends. What, like you don't have lists? See, I knew you and I weren't that different, Nelson. You catch a case and you don't stop till it's done. You don't care who or what gets in your way.
No. There's always a line.
Oh, yeah? Mrs. Donovan, Firebug's wife. Yeah, you gave that interview, talked about how he killed a kid. You did everything you could to get him set up as a dangerous offender. He pulls life, and 3 days later, she comes after you with a butcher knife.
Yeah, that crazy-ass gleam in her eye.
Yeah. See? Everybody's got lists.
Yeah, it's just, I think I would handle that differently now.
Well, that's where we part ways, Nelson. You see mistakes and think you can learn from them.
Are you saying you can't learn?
I don't see mistakes.
This is the girl Paul met at the bar?
She dropped dead right after he left.
How old do you think she is?
Early 20s?
Precisely. On the outside. But on the inside, she has the cellular structure of a 70-year-old woman. Her liver is darker and smaller. She has advanced arteriosclerosis of the heart. I found atrophy in all the tissue. It's fascinating.
Isn't there that aging disease?
Progeria, but she's too old for that.
Correct. And progeria is genetic. This girl is normal in every respect. It's just like she's burned out.
What do you think caused it?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Was there anything else besides the aging?
Her diet was terrible, but hardly terminal. A stomach full of raw meat. Excuse me.
Paul's body was chowing down on raw steak today.
This girl was his last memory. Or at least the last memory he told you about anyway.
Wow. Vicky. Oh, we meet again. I must be living right. Though I have to wonder, what are you doing here?
She's a friend of a friend. Do you know her?
Me? No friend. Just in the neighborhood.
I tell you, for someone who's undercover, you're awfully visible.
Who's he?
My chiropractor.
You never know when something needs to be cracked.
Yeah, I guess you have time now to take care of your health. Tough break, though. You know, having to leave the job you love.
No, this one has its benefits.
You haven't changed. You're one of those cops gonna die with their boots on.
Yeah, just like you, right?
Yeah, we've got that in common, all right. Too bad. She's pretty. You never know what's coming for you, right?
Okay, now I know you don't know him, but that man is not right.
That doesn't mean the thing that contacted you is Paul.
Listen, when you're a cop, you have to learn to trust your gut. And I'm telling you, that was not Paul Deeds. My client is.
Okay, fine. You want me to kill him now?
Well, it's lovely to know that's an option, but perhaps we'll save that for later.
Later.
Hey, Dave, it's me. I'm outside the Alley Cat's body rub. It's Asian gang, right? Dragons, right? You know, if there's a turf war going on between the Dragons and the Wolverines? Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, listen, see if you can find out any info on an attractive dragon girl, late 20s, Just driving a black Porsche. Can't make out the plates just yet. Yeah. Thanks.
Hello, beautiful.
Anyone can see us here, idiots.
Idiot. Huh. That turns me on when you call me idiot.
You're the one who's committing suicide.
Your boys just took over another Wolverine operation. I am here for my thank you.
Your thank you is already delivered.
Cash is not the thank you I'm looking for.
Forget it.
Don't say no right away, baby. I brought you a gift. Your active file with the cops just got a little lighter.
Sweet little Wolverine. I might just keep you.
I think you can do better than that.
I don't fraternize with employees.
Well, think of us as partners.
Can't get a promotion in your own bike gang.
They don't wear tights like you.
This is good. But I want you to really impress me.
You tease me, Lady Fang.
I'm not.
Impressed. Coming up.
I can't wait.
You're gonna be yummy.
Interesting girl. She took a left turn after college, ended up dealing drugs.
What kind?
Small-time dime bags, mostly. Let's see, she's got a few charges, but no convictions.
I talked to Tessa's mom. She says her daughter had cleaned up over the last few months. Got straight in NA, was working full-time. Just one small wrinkle.
Ooh, kind of wrinkle we like.
Boyfriend who's still in the life. Probably still an addict. Mom says Tessa was trying to save him.
Did you get the boyfriend's name?
Derek Pheasant. I don't know how much good it'll do us, though, because he's dead, too.
When did he die?
4 days before Tessa.
Chuntao Fang. You got a minute?
Unless you got a warrant cop, get out.
Oh, come on, tell me, is it that obvious? Hey, is it the tie? It's the tie, isn't it?
You guys all have the same smell.
Well, you know, we do get a volume discount.
I don't talk to cops.
Oh, you don't, huh? Well, you certainly seem to talk to Wolverines. Or at least one of them. So, looks like the dragons are moving into Wolverine territory, doesn't it? 3 deaths so far.
Since when do cops care about bikers dying?
Well, you see, Chuntao, homicide's homicide. I'm after the killers. Or killer.
I think you've come to the wrong place.
You know, Chuntao, I'm really starting to doubt that. Well, you look kind of busy here, so, you have a nice day, Miss Fang. Fang? You know, that would make a nice alias for a Wolverine, wouldn't it? We'll be in touch. Nice.
Okay, what are the chances that Derek Pheasant just dropped dead?
He was a junkie.
So we'll look at the coroner's report. But come on, 2 deaths, one after the other like that.
And then your client is evicted from his body right after being with her. It may well be jumping from body to body.
Aha! Aha! See, you can admit it anytime now.
All right. The spirit you've been seeing probably is that of Paul Deeds.
No, seriously. I mean, you're becoming a fine detective, and I'm not telling you to give up your critical mind. I mean, you get cocky, you get sloppy.
A fine detective. You really think so? I'd make a good partner then.
Oh. You jostling for space on the letterhead?
For starters.
Well, I tell you, after the last few months with everything that's happened, I couldn't have done it without you. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to.
That means more than a mountain of letterhead.
You wanted the mocha, right?
Yeah. Exactly what I wanted. Crueler?
Hey, Paul! Hey, I got something for you. It's hot! Hot! Oh.
Nothing like homicide the morning of a fresh murder.
Yeah, and I got a feeling you know what we're dealing with. Come on, let's go to my desk.
So Tessa's boyfriend, Derek, was predeceased by a hooker named Mary Wallace. They all died of the same mysterious cause of death, burning out from the inside. Now, Mary Wallace had a John named Bert Winters. This is according to the girls on the stroll.
Also dead.
Yep. So Tessa Bradley, Paul Deeds, Bert Winters, Derek Pheasant, Mary Wallace, all dead. And they all knew each other, okay, however superficially. And they've all died from the same cause.
Yeah, except that Deeds isn't dead.
Well, not yet.
Okay. So what is killing all of these people?
I don't know. Kareen's looking into it. Did you find anything out?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you can't tell me. Which means Internal Affairs is looking into it.
I didn't tell you that. Look, Vicky, be careful with Paul, okay? And I don't just mean the guy who's walking around.
You can blame a guy who's dead for something his body is doing?
There's more to it than that.
Look, I know he played fast and loose, believe me. But he was always straight up.
Yeah, maybe he was straight up. But that's a slippery slope, and you and I both know that, Vicky. Okay, you cut a few corners here and there. Before you know it, you can start justifying anything to yourself. I'm pretty sure that Paul wasn't clean. Vicky, I know you like the guy. Just ask him, will you?
Sure. Bert begat Mary, Mary begat Derek, Derek begat Tessa, and Tessa begat...
And Tessa, they got me. It was quick.
Yeah, it's gone anywhere from 3.5 weeks to as short as 6 days.
Guess I should treasure every moment.
Well, maybe we can get this thing out of you before it does too much damage. Your body's in good shape, so...
Thanks for noticing.
What I mean is that maybe we can get this thing out before it does too much damage. Look, Paul, there's something I have to ask you about, and I need you to be straight with me.
You're saying I haven't been?
I just found out that IA's been investigating you. Why would they be doing that? Did you get in too deep with the bikers? Did you take a payoff you shouldn't have?
You got the wrong guy.
Paul, this thing is jumping from low-life criminal to low-life criminal. What did it want with you?
Maybe I thought I had a bright future in the gang.
No, I talked to your boss downtown. He says you haven't delivered any intel on the Wolverines. You couldn't have been that connected then.
You're saying I can't do my job or that I'm dirty?
And what I'm saying is that this thing isn't attracted to looks. It's attracted to a certain kind of essence. So something was going on with you, and you better tell me what it was or I stop looking.
Wow. I give 17 years to this job. 4 lost marriages, no kids. Now I'm dead, and any person that knows it is you. You're my only ally, and now you want to smear me? Thanks for nothing, Nelson.
Paul.
What was that?
You felt that? Man, busting your chops for not trusting my instincts, and then this guy goes and plays me.
He was a good cop in his time, and he was also your client. You can't blame yourself. You found another one.
Yeah. Yeah, died in a flop house a couple of weeks ago.
Humble beginnings for the chain.
Maybe these aren't meals. Maybe they're career opportunities. He goes from this low life, and it's unemployed John, to biker in 6 weeks flat.
The Ikamu moves in and gets a twofer.
The Ikamu?
Karina and I found a description of an ancient Babylonian entity. It moves from one body to the next. Its whole raison d'etre is to create violence and chaos.
The Ikamu. You sure?
Well, the raw meat was the real clue. It lives in a perpetual state of hunger and anger, raw meat being its poison of choice. Now, according to the book, it jumps from one gender to the next, but it has to touch its victim to make the move.
By touch, I'm assuming you don't mean a handshake.
I'd imagine something a little more intimate.
You would.
So as it moves, I mean, that would be the moment that Paul would be able to jump back into his body.
Right, and it hasn't been in there that long, so maybe the cellular damage isn't that far advanced.
Now all we have to do is find Paul and find a way to trap the Ikamu between bodies.
Yeah, that might be a little difficult, because I think he just fired me.
You can pick a fight in 2 dimensions. You know, that's incredible.
Look, Henry, I heard a rumor that he was dirty. I don't know if he's planting lies, stealing secrets, or destroying evidence, but I had to ask. Something's going on.
When we were at the morgue, there was a sheaf of papers in his jacket. I didn't think anything of it at the time.
Records is down there.
What, do you have access?
He'd find a way. If we can just figure out what he was up to, then maybe we can figure out what's coming.
Oh, who's next?
Can you drop me at the station?
Yeah. And while you're there?
Well, maybe you can't see a ghost, but perhaps you can shadow an Ikamu.
What was the name of the massage place?
Alley Cats.
You're there, aren't you? If you are there, there's always a way to make things right.
Vampire lecturing me. I took something for myself. No one got hurt.
I know that some of my greatest joys occurred only because of what some people called my curse.
So being a ghost will actually solve my issues. A classic.
I may be becoming a detective after all. I think we just figured out where it's going to strike next.
All right, October 3, Wolverine's surveillance photo.
Yeah, still here.
Okay, October 8th, Wolverine's microcassette recording.
Still here.
So how many still here's is that?
Okay, try looking up the dragons.
Because?
Because he's involved with them somehow.
What do you mean, playing one gang against the other?
I saw him having a real close confab with their leader.
Define close.
Sharing the same breath close.
Okay. November 5, Chun Tao Fang surveillance photo.
Did you say November 5?
Yeah.
Go on.
All right, there was also surveillance on Chun Tao Fang from December 7th, 13th, and 20th.
You mean there was? In fact, this whole file seems a little slim.
These dates, they're from months before that thing took over Paul's body.
So what are you saying? Paul was working for the dragons?
Give me a better theory.
All right. See what you can find.
Can't find.
I'm gonna have a conversation with Crowley, see if she can authorize a wiretap of the Alley Cat's massage.
The what?
Seems to be Fang's headquarters.
Of course it is.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
All right, November 12th, microcassette recording. That dragon's missing too.
Everybody knows the dragons don't exist.
Not in here, they don't.
See, what I'm trying to figure out is how much trouble you and I get into.
Well, that would depend on who's asking.
You think you know who I am?
Yeah. You couldn't get into the underworld, so you're here acting like a tourist at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Bit self-righteous, but I think you could be some fun.
You ask around. Everybody says I'm no fun.
I'm willing to give it a try. Stupid creature. Still trying to hold on to your miserable existence.
I worked very hard to be this miserable.
Vicky.
You're back.
You don't sound too happy about that.
You should have told me what you were up to. Chuntao Fang? You stole police records.
It wasn't me.
Right, and what about the files that went missing 6 months ago?
Nothing I did compromised my job as a cop. All right, so I gave some information about the Wolverines to another gang. And telling one group of bad guys about another group of bad guys, let them take a bite out of each other. I don't see that as a crime.
No, especially not when you're getting paid for it.
Oh, yeah, there's that sanctimony I miss and love about everybody in this job. You know, I thought you were different. I thought that you would understand.
Understand what? How to get people killed by remote while you make money off of it?
I was getting results. Bikers off the street, more than I would have done in 10 years doing it straight.
Ah, the end justifies the means. It was just a perk. Then a big wad of money fell into your pocket while you were doing it.
I didn't do wrong.
Yeah, you don't see mistakes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I took some cash. I gave myself to this job and it took everything, so big deal.
Big deal. I thought you were one of the good guys. I stuck my neck out for you. I told people that despite all the bravado and all the bluster, that you were a good cop. Man, what a mistake that was.
I come bearing gifts. Cedar.
A cedar dagger.
The Ikamu's a Babylonian spirit. This is a Babylonian solution. Kareen says the moment to strike is very precise. The Ikamu has to be between bodies.
I think we all know who that body is. Let's go.
Hey, Lady Fang. Did you like that love letter I sent you, baby?
2 dead Wolverines. I'm impressed.
You're impressed. Want to have some fun now?
What's your idea of fun, my sweet carnivore?
Oh, the usual. Destruction, chaos, death.
That better not be what's on the menu for tonight.
Oh, you're on the menu tonight.
Vicky, now!
Oh, God, is he dead?
Where's the ghost?
I don't know. Paul. Paul.
Tell you what, Nelson. I'll take fighting the bad guys we used to over this crap any day.
Hey, that's my livelihood you're talking about.
You're welcome to it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry for everything.
It's okay, it happens.
No. It's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen to people like us. We're the good guys, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're the good guys.
And I'm beaten. You know? Hey,
Keep it off of me!
Calm down,
Get it
calm
away!
down.
Keep it off!
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
That's a first. Did something crawl into you, too?
I was mad at you for not believing I was talking to Paul's ghost.
I was wrong, too.
I took everything he said at face value. Never occurred to me that he'd lied about it all. Well, except for the ghost part.
We all need to believe in something.
Hey,
Hey,
internals investigation will get filed away.
yeah, but it won't matter. People remember Paul Deeds, all they're gonna remember is a dirty cop.
They didn't see what we saw. In the end, he came clean.
No fun in remembering that.
We'll remember. Night.
Mike's gonna be one of those guys that dies with his boots on, too, isn't he?
We all will.
We?
Yeah, we.